All right, so we got some face pulls tonight. This is something that I love to do for my shoulders here. Whenever I do like any kind of pressing, I usually start with this just because it feels like it opens them up and it feels like I get a little, you know, get a loosey-goosiness out of it. So I like to start like super light and then just kind of feel it out. So when I start, I usually I'll put this up by like my hairline-ish, maybe above my head a little bit, depending on what feels right. And then as I pull, I want to keep my shoulders down. I try to rotate my thumbs out and then really get it to my face here. I'm trying to get my hands here behind my elbows. And then say if I'm doing like an overhead press or something, what I like to do is add a little bit of a raise to it like this. Now, this will make that cable shake like crazy. And that's what I want to do because I want to get a lot of good stability in my shoulders. And also too, not only that, but this hits like the mid and the lower trap really well. Something that like doesn't get hit too often. So I like to do a couple of these. Sometimes I'll do them with a raise, sometimes I'll do them without. But the key here is just focus on going pretty light on these. Again, just I guess making quality reps over everything. So keeping the shoulders down, trying to get the hands past the elbows, turning your thumbs, all that stuff. So when you do this, it should feel like the upper back is contracting and the front of your shoulder is getting a good stretch there. And I usually go for like, maybe like 15 reps or so, maybe 20, depending on how it is. Stack's pretty light right now. I might do like just one click on that and then do it again. But again, I like to do this when I get into like pressing or, you know, something like that. Typically it's before a press, but I do use it on shoulder days as well because, you know, I'm gonna be moving the shoulder all around, so I wanna make sure I can get it feeling good before I do it. All right, so what I wanna do here with this is something that I really, my personal focus, because of my ankles, will help me out a lot. So with me, I've had a hard time getting a lot of flex and extension out of my ankles. So what I wanna do is essentially a banded joint mobilization. So I wanna put the band right there in the crease of my ankle, and then that is going to act almost like as a lever to pull it back. And then what I want to do is just lean into that knee over toe position and just get my body used to getting in that position, getting the mobility to get there. And then once I have that mobility in there, what I want to do is then, not really the best spot for the landmine for me right now, whoops. But anyway, so once I get the mobility for that position, you know, get my knee over my toe as far as I can. Once I get that mobility, I will do a strength exercise to follow it, and I'll show you what that is after this. But really, what I'm just focusing on is just going back and forth here, maybe like a 3 to 5 second hold with everything. So not holding it for super long. You might need to adjust the band too, but this also works with a hand too. You can have a friend put like your hand there. Works the same way if you don't have a band, but just getting that big stretch. And if you need to, put a kettlebell on your knee or something. But I'll do like 10 of these here, and then we'll move on to kind of a strengthening exercise for this, because we want to mobilize it and we want to strengthen it. But a couple more here. And I can just feel my heel getting off the ground. I want to like kind of stop there. I don't want my heel off the ground too much. Getting to my other side here. This is what I'd say would be my better side, I think, but we'll see. So again, just getting a lot of tension on that band where it feels like you want it to pull you back. And then once you get in that position, just a good straight on lean forward into that there. And I can already feel where this one feels a lot better for me, this side. So I might do a couple more on my left side, but as for now, we'll just hang out here. Let's just do like 10. And then move your feet accordingly too. Like if there's not enough pressure on the band, you can always move your foot forward. If there's too much pressure, if it's like you can't get the movement out because it just keeps pulling you, you know, backwards, then move your foot back a little bit. And not really like too big of a range of motion here. And I'm okay with that for now because I kind of want to use it as like, almost like a primer for the next movement. Just getting it all loosey-goosey. I think I got 2 more, I think. Okay. All right, so all I want to do now is put my foot up on this for a little bit of assistance here, that elevation. I want to be able to sink down and try to really drive that knee over the toe now, and then come back like that. So, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen like Ben Patrick do these before, and I'm doing it for that reason, yes, but also, for all the good reasons that he states. But for me personally, I've been having my heel bug me a little bit lately, and I was thinking to myself, what have I not been doing in my training? And if I think about it, I'm doing, it's hard to count and talk at the same time. If I think about it, I'm doing a lot of like non-knees over toes stuff. So what I mean is like, I'm on a hack squat and I'm putting my feet out pretty far, therefore my knee's not getting over my toe. I'm doing split squats because, I love split squats for one. And then for two, my knee's still not getting over my toe too much on those with the way I set up for them. And then the other move that I use a lot for my quads would be leg extensions. And again, not a whole lot of knee over toe there. So I'm just taking this time tonight just to get that position again and to get, basically what I'm trying to say is you want strength in the positions where your body doesn't usually go to, because then that can keep you safer in all those other movements that you like to do. So, okay, I think that's the last one. I'm just doing 10 on each side, see how it feels. And already I can feel that it feels pretty damn good. So another one that I really, really like to do, usually this consists of like all my warm-ups when I do any kind of like leg day. I just love a good 90-90 position here. I was taught by a yoga instructor once upon a time that the hips are where we carry the most tension. And I feel like whenever I did yoga and I did a lot of, hip work, I felt so good after that class. But anyway, idea is simple here. Front leg is 90, back leg is kind of just hanging out there. It can be at a 90-degree position too, depending on where you feel comfortable with that back leg. But really all I want to do is just fold over in any kind of direction to where I can get a good stretch out of my glutes. And my glutes have always been a little tighter than they should be. So I've always just tried to sit in this stretch here. I'll fold over, and right about there is usually where I can feel it pretty well. And I used to not even be able to get to the ground here with this. So, and now I can kind of comfortably sit down here. But I'll do that, and I'll go for about 3 to 5 seconds each side. So I'm not trying to fully relax the muscle. I'm just trying to, get it primed, get it a little more mobile, and get it in those positions that it's not ever really in. And typically what I'll do with this one too is this will be the mobilization of, what I'm trying to get here, which is my glutes. And then what I'll do to pair it is usually a banded lateral step. So I love that move. I've used that in my training for a lot of clients, for a lot of different purposes too, because that's one of my favorite correctives, the banded lateral walk. But yeah, my mini bands are in my bag in the locker room right now. So primarily, I came here tonight for for the ankle work that you just seen, but also to get some shoulder work in there, because why not, And I think that's 5 on that side. Who knows? We'll probably hit some hypertrophy quads here too, because I actually didn't really hit my quads this week. Surprise, surprise, because that's a very big shocker to me. So I have to get something in this week for them. But yeah, I'm gonna do this the other side and then we'll move on. All right guys, one more thing before we go. Had to hit the hack squat at least a little bit. So don't know how well this camera angle is gonna turn out, but just going for 10. See what happens here. We're actually gonna go cannonball tonight. See how well that is, because I haven't done that in a while, but let's go for a good 10. All right, not too bad. I might do like a back offset or something on this one, but I wanted to hit this over the leg extension if I had the option, because I feel like I just get a better stretch out of my quads this way. And plus, I just love the hack squat. So if I had to choose between this and leg extension, more often than not, I'd probably go hack squat. But we'll go for another good set of 10. Not really killing it tonight too much, just because I still want to be able to recover enough for next week. So yeah, we'll give it a little break here and we'll go one more set. All right, guys, that's about all I got for you for today. Definitely came into this a little more raw. No pre-workout, or also a different time than I usually come to. So, but either way, I got in what I wanted to. So, anyway, that's gonna wrap up week 3. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos so far. So, well, special shout out to Ben Patrick too for this video. He got mentioned. So, anyway, I'll see you guys next week.